Thanks, Rach. Let's try that again. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to the stream. It is Thursday. It's Thursday because we're in the kitchen, and it's a little bit drab and dreary outside, so we've got the heater on. That's why I'm in t-shirt in the middle of bloody winter. It is cold out there. How you doing, Rach? Oh yes, didn't get that in either. How you doing, Rach? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. Yay! So today we have beef stew. I'm wondering if that music, the music should be okay. I think it's just a bit loud at my end. We started the day, as always for an Ulrich stream, we started the day with technical difficulties. I had everything set up, we were running on time, everything was fine, and then everything in the computer started slowing down. Every time I clicked it was like, I'm like, oh, what's going on? So I hit the power button, it's like, your computer needs an update. That wasn't there when I turned it on, because I checked. So anyway, starting the day. Hopefully that'll be it. We did a speed test. The speed test is working very well. We have a random alarm going off in the background in a minute, so we're going to stop that. So today, beef stew. This one is a little different, this recipe, because most of the time you do a beef stew, you give the meat a coating of flour, and then you fry that flour up, and that thickens the gravy around the meat. Now, this recipe specifically leaves it out. So we're going to leave it out and see what happens. If we do need, later on, if we do need to thicken it up, I might add some flour. We'll see how that goes. Damn Windows update. I know, right? See, there you go. Right, so today, as always, Twitch safe, royalty free, no copyright. Music by Carl Casey at White Bat Audio. Go check out White Bat Audio on YouTube if you like the music. Throw him some likes and subscribes on YouTube. On YouTube, subscribes are free. On Twitch, follows are free. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, did a beef casserole last week. Yes, there is wash your sister sauce in this one as well. And tomato paste. Ooh, and barbecue sauce. Okay. There's no barbecue sauce in this recipe. Whole chops. Was it ossobuco? Was it meant to be ossobuco? Because the only whole meat I know that you throw into a casserole is ossobuco. Or cow shins. Which is... Nom 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 nom. Really tough meat. But that's the thing. If you get those tough cuts and you cook the absolute crap out of it, they become really tender and flavorful. It just is. Trust me. So I think I should have done the steak and cut it after it was cooked rather than trying to coat all the cut pieces. Yeah, fair. Mum just called it chopped casserole. But I don't eat lamb. Yeah, fair. You were cooking. Ow. No. Don't die. Alright, so, today, which colour's meat, Rach? Red's meat, right? Tiger! How you doing, Tiger? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream.
That's disgusting.
Kill it with flames! Kill it with flames! How you doing, Tiger? Raw meat is red. Okay, cool. So, well, I'll rate. To be fair, I will only bend as far as I have the colours. If I don't have the colours, I'm unable to bend that far. All right, so I'm meant to be stretching because Tiger gave me a stretch. So, I've kind of been half stretching. Oh, standing roll downs. Oh, flash the belly. See, yeah. Right, so red for raw meat. Perfect stretching. Thanks, Tiger. All right, so we are going to start with, it says 1 kilo of beef in the recipe. Whoever gets a flat, where can you ever find a flat 1 kilo, bang, on the note? You just don't. So, we're going to be using 1.124 kilos. And today, what is today's question, Rach? Do you know anything about range hoods? I need a new one. Do I just go and buy it and get it installed? So by range hood, hang on. Let me turn that one off. By range hood, I assume you mean this apparatus above the stove. Is that the one you mean? Yes, but yours is under a cupboard. Okay, so if it's under the cupboard, then you will either need to empty the cupboard so that you can put a flue up so that the it can escape, the fumes can escape. If you can't do that, then there are range hoods that I don't know exactly how they work, but they kind of recycle the fumes and just filter it out. As I understand it, those ones you need to clean the filter more often. It vents into the empty space above the cupboards. Okay, so your venting system, you're going to have one that has the right venting system for you. It's just the one that's there trips the power. Okay, so that could just be an electrical fault, loose wire or something like that you could just fix. Have an electrician fix. It might, the earth might have come away, might have come detached. There's all sorts of reasons why it could just be a small electrical fault that could be fixed for a lot less than buying a new one. Your call. Right, I need a knife. One of these days I'll remember which hole I put which knife in. But yeah, other than that, you want to look at where the fumes exit. You need to look at the cleaning procedures. You need to decide, because some have really intricate how to clean things, some don't. Other than that, it just goes down to your personal preference, really, as far as I'm aware. Wow, nice blunt again. Honey, my knife's blunt again. Alright, so we're going to just chop these up into nice little squares. Now, the recipe calls for about 2.5 centimeter squares, which is nice. But we're not quite going to go that far. I'm doing a little bit smaller because I want to reduce the cooking time. Except that one. That one can be big. Thank you for the hug, Rach. Hugs back to you. The fascia, darling. We're getting rid of the fascia. Got some nice fatty bits in here. Whoa. See, now, you see me struggling a bit. That's because I'm hitting the really sinewy parts. But that doesn't matter. You can put that in this dish. You can put that in this dish and they basically dissolve because just of the way it's cooked. It's freaking awesome. Oh no. Yeah, the blunt knife. Well, all the hugs and support and love for the tiger. I hope whatever it is that is doing your head in, you can overcome with ease. And if you want to talk about it, you're more than welcome to. If you don't, that's cool too. Whatever you're comfortable with, Tiger. H is super sneezy. Ooh, look at that. That changed size at an interesting moment. Woohoo! Alright. Take that off. It's suddenly really windy today. Yeah. Surprisingly enough, rain sets my sneezing off. Don't ask me why, but it does. Not sure what that is, so we're going to ditch that. Hold that thought, I'll be back in a moment. I'll be back. Oh, that was very nice. That was our postie, and she had a parcel that was too big to fit in the letterbox, so she walked it up to the door. That's very nice of her. So, thank you, Australia Post. Your postie is lovely. Nice. Oh, abracadabra'd away. Boo. I missed all the things. Wander out to check to say hi to my postie and boof, gone. There we go, lots and lots of nice meat. Might save those crunchy bits for the kiddies, see if the kiddies like them. Right, so now we are not going to douse these in flour. This is going to be interesting, but this is what the recipe calls for. Need a pot. And some coffee. My old package guy was too. We've got a new one now, he's fine, but I like the old one. You used to hide your packages just super... How do you hide a package super sweetly? How does that work? No lighter. Can't light the stove. Stove. Alright. Hang on, movie magic. Let's see, line that up. Where did it go? There it is. We'll edit that together later, it's fine. Tugger, there's some innuendo in there, Rach. Oh no. Now it turns out some people don't know this. If you haul on the lid, you get a little spout that then lets you pour the big amount of olive oil into the little container. It was just an old fella, and he like turned the chair around and put it on there so it was a bit less visible. Oh, nice. And it was completely obvious because the chair was now the wrong way round, but I could tell he was trying his best. Then we push that back in. Boop, gone. Storage. Now I could do this in the fry pan and like sear the meat in the fry pan, but I'm not gonna, cause all the goodness at the bottom of this will go back into what we're making. So oops, turn the camera on, not with me. Okay. Ta-da! Aha! Definitely need to make pantry space for a big tin of oil like that. Yeah. This is why I have the little one on the counter. Got a little one on the counter, and woo! And the big one in there for refills. Come on, turn over. There you go. So the idea here, you actually hear that sizzling. A little bit maybe. The idea here is not to cook it all the way through, just to brown the meat. You basically just want to get the most of the outside red off it. That's all you're doing. Right. So yeah, just going to do this, braise all this off, then we'll turn it off and we'll do some more prep work. Now we've actually run out of homemade beef broth. Homemade beef broth. Say that 5 times really fast. Homemade beef broth. Homemade beef broth. Homemade beef broth. Ah. Crunchy. Now, obviously, if you cut this stuff into, if you cut it all into cubes, you get, it's easier to make sure you sear all the sides, but oh, finish off. There you go. Whoop. About half of what's left, give or take. Right, so now we're just browning the meat. Once we've got that out, we need an onion, some carrots, celery, salt and pepper, garlic, all the base stuff. It's flat. Look, it's freezing out there too. At the moment, it appears we've got some sun. Well, we have a large ball of light outside that I haven't seen in so long that I'm reasonably sure rotates around us. Because it's the Dark Ages, get it? Now, you know, not everyone can just put their hands into a pan and flip hot meat. So use a pair of tongs if you don't have asbestos hands. Now you can see, need more oil. You can see that there's a little bit of bits and bobs sticking to the bottom of the pan, right? It's a little bit darker than it started. That's fine. That's flavor. Going to get a little bit more oil in the bottom. Doesn't need much, just a little splash. Might be a little crowded. Cooking. Yeah, deglaze that sucker. Om nom 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 nom. I got gooey meaty fingers. It's literally the only downfall of granite pan you love so much, no juicy bits, because literally nothing sticks to it. Yeah. And I swear it's part of the reason why the recipe actually says to use this sort of pan. Is because you instantly get that extra flavor on the bottom. Ah. Come on, you last two bits. Let's go. There you go. All right. Hot cast iron is hot. Ooh. Oops. Oh, what? Oh, too many C's. Trying to catch a Pokemon. Oh, damn it. Too late. Had a break in traffic. Too late. Right, so now veggies. We need the veggie chopping board. Is veggies green, Rach? Tell me veggies are green. Well, it's going to be green. Hopefully veggies are green. Alright, what do I need? I need onion. Onion. Tzatziki. Carrots. Onion, carrots. Celery. Celery. Yes, green. Excellent. You were singing to yourself? Nothing wrong with that, Rach. Kinda has to be green anyway, so you know. And I have to go back down the shop and See how many different colors there are. Well, see if I can get any more different colors. And satisfy people's random OCDs. Alright. I'm not putting the leaves in on this one. No. It's probably a bit much. But that's okay. I do like the taste of celery. I don't know what it is, but I do like the taste of it. Hey Kiki, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. How you doing this fine Thursday? And how's it go? I do enjoy it, and that's what I reckon. It's a fun show. Well, his cooking show. I like his cooking. It's okay, CG. It's alright. Because I know he does other stuff, but I haven't watched it. You have a chesty cough, so once again you're getting sick. Don't do that. Getting sick is silly. Stop it. Now again, normally I would leave the skin on if these were organic, but today, well this week, I couldn't afford organic. So we're going normal carrots, and so I'm peeling them. Get out of the way. Yes, as always, I know I'm putting that straight on the bench, but I always clean the bench down before I start. For this exact reason. Oops, what's going on? Get out. Get out. Let my peeler work. I used to be able to do this with a little paring knife. Really can't anymore. Sad. Whoa. Missed a whole heap there. Oopsies. I know I'm meant to be peeling the carrots, Nima. I just can't see which part of the carrot I'm meant to be peeling. Goes in the compost. 'Cause it can. Oh, we should probably put the chop cam in the chopping area. Whoops. Now I want a bit squiffy. It'll be fine. It's fine. Okay. See, what you do there, Kiki, is you go asterisk in John Cleese accent, asterisk, and then say what you want to say, so everyone can read it in a John Cleese accent. Simple. Everything is fine. It's fine, I tell you. It's fine. Yeah, carrots exploding everywhere. Whee. That's the meat. Let's not do that. Just put the meat away and bring the rest of the stuff nearer to where I am. The joke was John Cleese asking, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'll stop being sick. My bad." That I can hear that in John Cleese Faulty Towers. My brain went straight to John Cleese Faulty Towers for that one. Sybil! I see you pottering around down there still, Ziggy. Okay. Now, Rach, is it okay that we chop the same veggies on the same thing? As long as it's all veggies on the green, we're good. Don't know. That was naughty. Used my knife in a naughty manner. Damn, that worked quite well. I'm gonna have to see if I can replicate that. Chopped it in half, but not all the way through. Opened it up, and then it peeled out of the skin. It was very interesting. Yes, veggies is veggies. Okay, excellent. Dad had to close his shop, so I'm a bit grumpy. Interest rates too high, so after 23's a beer. Yeah, I'm noticing that. In North Adelaide, a number of the coffee shops are only open. Their business hours are much reduced. So yeah. And it's sad. It's sad that all these small businesses are being driven still, even after what happened with COVID, they're still being driven out. And it's like, people, it wasn't that long ago that, not shopping with these people and charging interest rates and continuing to charge interest while they had no customers nearly killed the economy. And yet, here you are, upping interest rates, upping rentals, upping. It's like, fucking get a grip, sorry. Get a grip. Punishment push-ups. Because I said a naughty word. There's a certain real estate person I blame. His name is politics. Part, yes. Here's the thing, and this drives me crazy. A landlord is literally legally allowed to up the rent by 20% every year. You don't need to do that. So if you're paying, say, $340 rent, he can put it up, the landlord can put it up by over $60 in one hit. Oh, just wanna. Excuse me for a moment. Let me go. I will be back in just a moment.
Oh, sorry.
And we're back. Right, so there is no reason that a landlord has to do that. None at all. And it annoys me that they do. Can you tell? Whoops. Yeah. See, fresher onions, they just cut better. Don't know why, but they do. Oh, tiger's back, sort of. Yay! Alright, so we've got onion, carrots, celery. We'll get the salt and pepper in a minute. Okay, so it calls for 3 cloves of garlic. 3. 3 cloves. Who is this weakness you speak of? So I'm going to use the whole bulb. It's one of our bulbs from our garden, of course. Yep. Oh no, that did. Ah! Stuff flying everywhere. Nope, we haven't topped and tailed. Which one did we top and tail? I don't know. Haha, that one exploded. So did that one. There we go. I'm gonna go get rid of all this paper that's on the board. Maybe just, drop it on the floor. It's fine. The cats will play with that eventually. Finn will find it and play with it. You watch. Thought I might get away with it and just crush them all at once. It didn't work. They were too powerful. I do not have the strength to crush it. All right. Sticky fingers. And now the mezzaluna. The main reason I like doing garlic because I get to use my mezzaluna. No, it's not. It's because I like the taste. Now, a happy side effect is I get to use the mezzaluna. Yep, definitely need an anti-slip mat using the mezzaluna under this thing. Okay, so garlic is prepped. What else do I need to prep? Oh, going to need some tomato paste. Come on, chop, chop, chop it. Now we have the garlic, and that should be everything for the next step. Ta-da! And now I have garlic breath. Arnie's a lot of fun. I do like him. As far as I'm aware, the boy's pretty much only done good in the world, so. Yeehaw! Put some more oil in. Okay, onions, carrots, celery, yes. Season with salt and pepper. Add garlic and tomato later. In she goes. Har, har. Where's it? Alright. We'll get some, whoops. Get a little coating of oil on that. You can see, hopefully you can see. Can you see? I don't know. Let's lift it up. You can see that they're a little, it's getting, when it focuses, come on, focus, this pot is hot. Anyway, there's some of the flecks of the flavor from the bottom are starting to get on the veg. Now, I know I'm stirring this reasonably vigorously. That's because, two reasons. I want to get the I want to get an even coating of the oil over everything, and I want to cook, try as best I can to cook them all at the same sort of consistency. So I'm going to keep turning them, keep stirring it, getting them all, trying to get them as hot as possible at the same rate. It was fun in the 90s. It was. And he has really cool pets. He has tanks. And like he'll get a car and have people, like he did, I think it was a car, he got some car anyway. And he raffled off the ability to drive his tank over that car, and that all that money went to charity. I mean, there's a one-off experience. I'd bid for that. Not many people can win that many bodybuilding comps and also be a former governor of California. And an action movie star and a gym chain owner and. Pretty sure he does work with the Special Olympics as well. So yeah, it's... Why? Do you know something we don't, Kiki? I bought one of his shirts that he made for charity that says, "Come with me if you want to lift." Nice. All right. Okay, no worries. That is sizzling away. He had personal stuff go on in the past, but to be fair, he hasn't. He cheated with his maid. That's, oh, okay. Yeah, right. Didn't know that. I know he had there was a time when he was using steroids, as well. But as far as I'm aware, that only hurt him. I don't know. He might have gone on punchy rampages. I don't know. Well, Kiki hasn't mentioned it, so, you know. Okay, I'm taking this down to remind me that hot things are hot. Alright, that's starting to get a nice bit of steam off it. So we're going to call that there, and we're going to add in, we're going to turn it down, and then we're going to add in the garlic and tomato paste. So I'm trying something new with the garlic paste. I'm getting it's already the triple concentrated, but it's in the bags. So they're closer, the bags are closer to what I use in actual recipes, like per bag. So there's not going to be half a pot sitting in the fridge going off. And their use by date, I don't know why, but their use by date is much longer than the pots are, but cost per weight is comparable. So uh-oh.
Yeah, I told him to call and told you not to buy any plants at Griffith.
Alright.
At Griffith.
Hang on. Alright, so what's next? So how long are we cooking that for? Cook until fragrant and paste has darkened. Okay, so well, I can definitely start smelling the paste. The tomato paste is definitely there. You're definitely getting a waft of that. So once that's done, we'll leave that in there for a little longer. Once that's done, we'll add the beef, broth, wine, all the things. Okay. Thyme? Where did I put thyme? Oh yeah, thyme is there. I'm going to have to go out and get the thyme and bay leaves. Alright, so the smell of the tomato paste is starting to diminish, but the smell of the garlic is starting to come through, which is what we're looking for here. So, yay! Might give it just a little bit longer. Mum's Irish and makes cracking great Irish stew, but it has beef in it, so I can't eat it anymore. Oh no! Why not? I need to find a good beef substitute that can be stewed. Wow. I don't know. Most of the plant-based stuff, most of the plant-based replacements that I'm aware of are would be too soft for a stew. Because a good stew actually, a good stew, you use gamey, thicker muscles and ropier tendons and stuff because that cooking it down brings out the flavors and makes it, a lot more edible than doing something like throwing it on the barbecue. So I don't know. I know a few people that might though. So who knows? Yeah, most plant-based disintegrates on stewing. Yeah. Okay. So is it, if you don't mind me asking, Tiger, is it a oh, we've run out of music. Is it a is it a choice thing, or is it a medical thing that you can't eat it anymore? Or a bit of both? Right. Just going to turn that down for a sec because, okay, broth. We'll throw the broth in, that'll be fine. 6 cups. Be right back, gotta go look respectful for work, afternoon shift. Yeah, that'll do it. Now we've run out of homemade beef broth. I am going to have to fix that eventually. But not this day. Smelling good is, yes. Ethical choice? Yeah, right. Yeah, that's fair, Target. Bit more, we can always reduce it. Hello. Hello, Finn. You are now going to be underfoot in the kitchen, are you? Do you want to come say hello to Stream? Oh, there's the Finn. Hello, Stream. I am Finn. I am under Ulrich's feet, and I'm going to try and kill him. Right? Aren't you? Hey? You just don't care, do you? Look at him. Look at him. Just doesn't care. There you go. Finn! Chewing on the internet cable. Alright, so now, beef broth is in, 1 cup of red wine. Today we are using the Battle of Bosworth Cab Sav from the McLaren Vale 2018 vintage. And we are going to put a cup of it in there, maybe a bit more. That looks to be about a cup to me. Went from there to there. That's about a cup, right? Now, I say this every time we cook with wine, I know, but when you put wine in your food, put the wine in that you're going to drink it with, right? If you wouldn't drink the wine, don't put it in your food. I'm not a fan of red, to be honest, but this I have learned, and this is true. And I have, like, I get a little bit for a little bit of a tasting every now and then, and I will have a little bit with the meal itself. I can't drink too much of that because otherwise I wake up with a massive hangover. It's ridiculous. What have you got, Finn? He's just got a bit of, I think he's got a paper receipt and he's just running around and tick, 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 tick. Also good to drink the wine while you cook with it. Right? So yeah, definitely if you're gonna get a wine to cook with, serve with it as well. So, alright. Tiger's top tips. We like Tiger's top tips. Alright. Aussie sauce. If you haven't already, look up how Worcestershire sauce. Look up how it's made. It's horrific. It may put you off the thing for the rest of time. Alright, we're putting in 1 tablespoon of this. That's 2 of those. And, yeah, oopsies, I spilt a little bit more. Oh no. Seasoned to taste, people. Seasoned to taste. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to put salt and pepper in it. Tablespoon of thyme leaves. We've got those. I don't know where the thyme is out front anymore. Ta-da! How many of these are we putting in? No, not a tablespoon, a teaspoon. And 2 bay leaves. So I'm going to throw the I'll be back screen up. Wash your sister sauce. Yes, wash your sister sauce. I'm going to put the I'll be back screen up. I'm going to go pick a couple of bay leaves. I'm going to take a short break and maybe even play some ads. And I will be back momentarily. Okay, and we're back. So I just squashed Finn's head in the door, in the front door. I went out, I left the door open. Went out, left the door open. Picked the bay leaves, came back in, and as I'm closing the door, as I came back in, something happened. Like, I'm just closing it softly, thank God, and I'm just pushing it, and there's this clunk, and I open it and I look down, and there's Finn running off. He was trying to escape as I was closing the door. And now he's running around like an idiot in the lounge room. He didn't care, but makes me feel bad that I squished the cat in the door. Anyway, right. Fresh thyme leaves, 2 bay leaves, and that's everything. Alright, let's turn this sucker back on. So I'm not too worried because we're using let's see if we can fix this camera a bit. There we go. Because we're using the cast iron pot, aka the Dutch oven, I'm not too worried about turning the heat off because that's still got a bit of heat in it. So they tend to hold their heat. So I'm not overly worried about it. Okay, so now we have to bring it to the boil. High heat. And then reduce to a simmer. Man. Throwing in a heap of salt and pepper. Boil, my pretty, boil. Right, so we'll bring that to the boil, then we'll let it simmer. Then we'll let it cook for a while. Then we'll be prepping the potatoes, because they go in kind of at the last. Oh, and then we need peas. Forgot about peas. And yay! And then we can eat. So, bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. So, alright, while we wait for that, have some extra fluid. because it is very warm in here. So, speaking of warm, not really. We have a whole heap of we've got a whole heap of backlogged VODs, cooking VODs from Lick the Bowl going up on YouTube at the moment. There will be one this afternoon, one on Friday, and then another 5 next week, Monday to Friday. So we've got 7 more going up. And then we will do, I'll do a series of one of the games that we've played, and then I'll do a heap more Lick the Bowls and get them going. Hopefully this weekend I'll have time to start putting the recipes into Discord, and then I'll link back and forth. I'll link the Discord to the Discord recipe to the cooking stream, and so on and so forth. I'll be writing it up that hopefully you'll be able to, if you want, you'll be able to just highlight it, copy and paste, and just use it over, bring it to the recipe, bring your recipe to the kitchen, just like somebody else does. Yeah. And that'll make it easy for you. So yeah, hope, and we'll start getting that interlinked and getting all ready. I plan to, I think we're about 6 months behind. I think we're December 2022 is where we're at with getting things back into, getting all the old VODs into YouTube. I'm finally cleaning up my hard drive, getting them all done. So keep an eye out. They are releasing Monday to Friday at 6 p.m. Adelaide time, wherever that is for you. So that's happening. Yay! What else have we got going on? Tomorrow we've got Valheim on. Oop, I thought I saw some boiling action. Tomorrow we've got some Valheim on. You'll remember Wardham and I were left in quite the pickle. We had a couple of ships. We were in the top of the, right on the edge of the top deadly zone. We'll be trying to sail around and grab the bits and bobs and grab my stuff and all that. So that's what we have on tomorrow. And after that, we are going to go back and try and find the boss for the part we're in now, and see if we can kill the boss. So that's coming up then. Tuesday we have, what are we doing on Tuesday? We're doing Return to Zork. I think we're about halfway through Return to Zork, which is pretty good. So we can, about halfway through, I reckon, about halfway through Return to Zork, and so we may be finishing up. Once that is done, either we'll see how much time we have in the stream. But when that's done, we will we'll either kick off with Zork Nemesis, or we'll kick that off on the next stream. So yeah, we'll be doing the full series on Tuesday. We'll be doing Zork, Return to Zork, Zork Nemesis, and then moving on to Zork Grand Inquisitor. So yeah, got it all going on, and hopefully we'll get through it. Because there's been some moments where you just don't know. Did I end up finishing the last one, the last Zork? No, Tiger. We left that. Like I said, I think we got about halfway through it. I did the hint that you gave me about the box going into the furnace was much handy. I was like, right, I know which box. I got to the furnace and I'm like, right, I know what's going in here. Yep. Does it go in there? No. Does it go in there? Oh, that's where it goes. Okay. I think we ended up dying 12 times. I think we died. Save often, save lots. Some of the time, I think we could have got a lot further, because some of the stuff, like doing the sleeping in the hotel room, where you do it 3 times, but then on the 3rd time I mucked it up, turned the lights off and died, and then had to do the entire sequence again. Was like, oh god. Yeah, it's a really tricky game, especially because you can lose and not. Yeah, that's why I'm like, do I use this item? Do I not use this item? Do I save lots? Save lots. So yeah, like I read a 10 things I wish I knew. I read the first couple of those about Zork, and it was, the big hint was that plant at the start. It was like, dig it up with the knife, don't do anything else with it, because you need it to finish the game. So if you miss that plant right at the start of the game, you can't finish it. And that was like, oh my god, why? Yeah, that's part of the problem though too, Tucker, is I don't know which decisions are gonna change it. But I keep finding all these games that I want to try and play, and like I've actually gone back and played The Room. I've gone back off stream and played that a couple of times already. And there are 3 more of those. I found an escape room game that on Steam. I was looking on Steam last night, and it was like, ooh, and it's like all these escape rooms, and there's ones that basically the community has made, and all. I'm looking at it going, you know what, this could be fun. This could be fun. That's all right, Rach. There'll be more on next Tuesday. So yeah, I've got all these games, and I kind of want to play them. Just go, bugger it, I'll play them. But I want to play them on stream too, so you get that sort of, I don't know where I'm going. Come on. Cook up. Alright, so we're starting to get a little bit of froth on the top, which is fine. So that means we're almost there. We'll get that to the boil in a minute. So it is good because I can watch it, even though that's back here, right? That's behind me. I can watch it on stream here and see what's going on with it. Kiki is back and now smells nice. Excellent. That is a good thing. Especially for afternoon shift. So how does it work with nurses, Kiki? Like, because a sick nurse, you know, runs the risk of being Typhoid Mary. You know what I mean, though. So how does it work with sick days for nurses? Do you just get the regular ones, or do you get extra ones, or what? I suppose you could answer this too, right? Because I know can't go into work with any symptoms. Okay. But only the regular amount of sick leave. Wow. Okay. That's horrible. You're not allowed to go to work if you've got a symptom, but you only get the regular amount of sick days. Then too, nurses are meant to pay for parking in their own bloody hospitals, so can anyone say capitalism sucks? Right, so we've got that going on the boil. Now we turn that down and get it to a simmer. Simmer. Alright. Now, at this point, most recipes tell us to, oh no, this one does say to cover it as well, so we're going to cover it. Whoa. I was thinking, maybe, that not covering it would evaporate it out. Oh, look at that. Camera seized. Not covering it would help it evaporate out and get thicker. But leaving the lid on stopped that happening, so I don't know. And because of the drama I had with my now old job, I'm being a lot smarter. Fair. You can tick seeing a lawyer off my bucket list. Where did I put the ball? Right, so now we're going to get some. We're going to do the prep on the baby taters. Now these are SA Potato Co. Microwavable potatoes. Okay. I don't know how that's meant to work, but I'm not microwaving them. You won't work for government now. Damn. Okay. Whoop. I remember the days when the government was the shiz. Alright, is this... Okay. So it says, the recycling instructions are to leave the lid attached and recycle. So, we're going to do that. Alright, so I'm going to have to find something to do with half a cup of beef stock. Ooh, crom. Alright, well, you should have set a timer, but I didn't. So, I'm going to start there. And now we have a timer. Alright, so now we want to, the recipe says baby potatoes halved. I'm not so sure. So, I mean, if I halve that tater, halve the tater, Mr. Fruiter. That's a large bit of... So I'm thinking I might bite-size the taters and just quarter them, because these are a bit big. I'm leaving the skin on for these ones, in the hope that it will keep them a little bit firm. You're not putting them in there for long, you're only putting them in there for a few minutes. But I like the idea of jackets on spuds anyway. Where I can. There's an old car bumper sticker from an old car on the fridge, and it's starting. The edges are starting to tatter a little bit, and Finn has decided that is the thing he wants to play with. So can I ask why you won't work for government now, Kiki? Or is that a not for stream answer? Alright, that's got a bit of steam coming off it, so let's see what's going on. The handle fell off this lid years ago. Whoa, way too motherfucker. Alright, turn it right down. Now, that will happen when you put a pot to simmer and you put the lid on. It keeps all the heat in there, so it will sometimes very quickly come to the boil. So be aware of that when you do your temperature settings as we go along. Oops, probably should have caught that, tried to catch that sandy gas, but I didn't. Oops. Right. There we go, we've done all the chopping of the vegetables on the green mat. It'll be interesting to see if I can find the rest of them. Have this wad of chopping boards. Because, yeah, that's nothing I'd ever do, no. Because I don't have to catch them all. Alright. Probably shouldn't have done. Anyway. That's alright. We'll get another sniff. I said to my partner that that they couldn't touch the bottle of wine until this afternoon when they get home from work. Said it's mine until then. After that, you can drink what's left. And they're like, yay! Considering that it is their favorite brand, their favorite red, and that I just told them they can't drink it, yes, that brave words, yes. Alright, so we've got our taterers. Just quartered up. Quartered, for this size potato, it was just quartered seemed the right size to go for bite size. We're not making a lot of dishes on this one, which I like. I tend to use a lot of dishes in the kitchen lately, and that's not usually my thing. Usually, the less amount of dishes I use in the kitchen, the better. The happier I am. So, while we're doing this, hang on, where's that? I just want to... okay, so if I put that there... look at that! It goes behind the chop camera. There we go, that's better. I noticed earlier today that I was trying to do something here and it was like covered by the words and I only just realized it. So I'm like, can I fix that? And it appears I can. Yay! So, yeah, so, okay, I've expounded the virtues of this winery before, but I'm going to do it again. So, you see there, the little soursop that's on it. They have, soursops are the logo of the winery. And instead of using herbicides to keep all the weed, the grass, and all that is harmful to the vines, they let the soursops grow, and the soursops keep the grass and the bad weeds down. They don't take anything from the vines. Grapes, yeah, grapes. And they don't take anything from the vines and the grapes, and they don't need to use herbicides. So, I mean, any industry that is going to get away with not having to pay for herbicides is going to do it, and they found a way to do it. So, I shall promote them for that. If nothing else, I will promote them for that. And look, they make nice wine. So, I'm not a fan of reds anyway, but their whites are really quite nice. So I'm told, because, yeah, dry ginger ale for me. See, that's the thing, Tiger. I have not met a red that, to my palate, doesn't have a dry aftertaste. It's always like just a little, even a little sip of red, and it's like, there's a desert in here. It's not quite that bad, but yeah, there's always, I haven't met a red that isn't dry. Now, I don't drink a lot of reds, don't get me wrong. But even this one, the Cab Sauv, that's just got that little bit of dry aftertaste to it. Still nice, but yeah. So I don't get it. I'm not schooled enough in how it works. And considering that, you know, half a glass and that can give me terrible hangovers, it's not something I'm going to pursue. There are dessert wines, but I like in between sweet and dry. Okay. Like a Petritis? Oh, give me a Petritis. Hell yeah. Give me a port. I really enjoy port. So, yeah. I don't know. It'll be a toss-up between a Petritis and a port for favourite there. And then white wine third and red wine not particularly. We used to have, when I was a kid, for special treats, my stepfather had a barrel of port that was just in wood chips aging away, and it would eventually get to treacle, and oh my god. But every now and then we'd get the really good quality vanilla ice cream, and he'd just pour some of this port syrup onto it. I was like, oh my god. Oh, so yummy. But yeah, and then every now and then he had a mate that would do cheap port that would age, and he'd just top it up, and it'd go back to a kind of liquid again, and eventually it just this treacle would come out of it. And holy crap, it was amazing. One of the few fond memories I have of the man. Right, so speaking of which, it may be time for a ginger ale. Tempranillo red wine. Is that like a Cab Sav or a brand? Is that a type or a brand or a type? That's what I'm looking for. Tempranillo. Okay. Tempranillo. Never heard of it. Look at me writing notes. Who knew? Oh, it's a type. Okay. I've never heard of a Tempranillo. Like, you know, you go shopping and you look through the types and you see all the, you know, Cab Savs, Cabernets, you know, all those things. I've never... Oh, it's a variety of grape. Alright. I'm gonna have to look these things up. Nice. Alright, so we're going to get... Watching you. Getting some... Oh, crap. Can didn't open. Getting some dry ginger ale. Look, because it is fizzy and tasty. Fizzy bubbly. It's Spanish, but there are lots of brands here that you can buy that isn't expensive. Okay. Oh, I'll have to go looking. Oh my god. You also recommend Zinfandel and Malbec. Alright. Here we go. Zinfandel. Zinfandel and Malbec. If you ever get to South Australia, I'll have to introduce you to my partner's dad. He's one of those, oh yes, this came from the south side of the 7th Hill of the Barossa Valley in a it's reasonably droughty year. He's one of the people that can do all that. I can't. I've got no hope. Alright. Tempranillo, Zinfandel, and Malbec. Alright. I'll look them up and see what happens. Alright, let's check how this thing's going. Still bubbling away a little much for my liking, actually. So we might move it to a different, that one, that button. Right, so I'm going to take it off the big ring, and throw it on the smaller one. And see if that, it's just boiling that little bit too much for my liking, that's all. Turn that around so that we can get a look at it when I open it. Not that classy, just know what wines I've enjoyed in the past. Yeah, yeah. Oh, look, all that sort of, air, I always take that with a dose of salt. I mean, you can smell that it's going to be dry, or it's going to be fruity, or it's going to be, that sort of stuff. Absolutely, yes. But it was grown with these grapes on this sort of soil, and it's like, seriously, go away. It would be nice if it really is a thing, but don't know. Whoa, he's down there, fella. Alright, there we go. That's what a simmer should look like. Alright, I feel better about that now. And this is why we check from time to time, see what's going on with the dish. Yes, this dry ginger ale was Canadian, created just west of Alaska. No, wait, west of Alaska in Canada. And I just got slapped by every Canadian there is. I apologize. I'm teasing to all those who may be in Canada watching. But yeah, like whiskies. Yeah, whiskies I get. You smell a whiskey, you can smell the peat, you can smell the this, you can smell the that, But this was from the south side of the Scottish peat bogs on the border of Wales. No, just not. Ooh, what do we got? We got an azuril. Let's see if we can catch an azuril. Oops. Do I have one? Ooh, I got one. Nice. Right, I got completely distracted washing up. That's fine. If you're gonna get distracted, that's what I do. After this, when we raid out, I get I watch the raid. I watch whatever we've raided while I wander off and just lost my breath there. While I wander off and do the dishes, so yeah. And it's like doing dishes, and it's like, oh wait, something's happening on the stream. I've got to see what that is. Ooh, a couple of deep breaths there, Ulrich. Don't worry, there's no pain. There's no chest pain, that's fine. I think I just forgot to breathe in. I was talking too much. Hey, nice catch, Rage. Got the azuril. Yay! Tiger, I used to drink most reds, but they seem to aggravate my stomach, and I'm prone to ulcers. Oh, yeah, I've got a couple of friends that are prone to stomach ulcers. I read that red wine has tannins that can create this issue, so I started researching low tannin red wine, which is one of the things we think does me in is the tannins in the red wine. I knew I wouldn't stop drinking it, but I can work around it. Have you tried those wine drops that you can get that supposedly clean it up as well? I don't know if it gets rid of the tannins or whatever. No, I think I just forgot to breathe, Tiger. Who knew you needed to breathe? Yeah. But yeah, have you tried those droppy things, whatever they are? Oh, hang on, here we go. SO2 Go, reduced wine preservatives. Yeah, I know it's backwards, but... So yeah, this one is to reduce preservatives. 2 sprays treat 1 standard 150ml glass. Can also be used in champagne, beer, and juice. Okay. Well, there you go. We've learned some things. So yeah, it appears you're right, Tiger. It appears it is for the preservatives. But, you know, some people have issue with the preservatives. Some people have issue with the tannins. Don't know. So is there much of a market for the tannin-free stuff? How are we going for time? I don't know. Ooh, crap. I've only got a couple of minutes left. Beans being in... No, not Bean. Finn. Finn is being... Yeah, you saw them. I think it... Oh, no. You've already said that. We've already said that one. I thought there was more Tiger talking. Tannins are in the grape skins and seeds, so it's hard to avoid, but you can drink red wine from grapes with lower tannin content. Ah, okay. Yeah, right. Alright, so in a couple of minutes, about 5 minutes, we'll take one of the chunks out and we'll do a small taste test on it. We'll need the meat board for that. And I know I'm using this tea towel for one of everything, but it always gets washed at the end of spring. So it's fresh and clean and can do the things. So we're chopping meat, so we're going back to the red board. It's all your fault, Rach. You'll get me doing this whole, you know, food safe, proper coloured chopping boards. Tiger Tipsy Tips number 2. Tiger's Tipsy Tips. Trying to think of the voice, the voiceover that needs to be. Tiger's Tipsy Tips. Tiger's Tipsy Tips. Tiger's Tipsy Tips. Tiger's Tipsy Tips. That's not it. And today, on Tiger's Tipsy Tips, we'll be discussing... Yay! See, I forgot to take a breath again. Why? Burn me! Alright, teeters. So, this is going to be a fairly liquidy stew, which is an interesting choice. I've done them, I usually do them a bit thicker. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I would also like to do one where you flour the meat and then you put flour into the thing as well and make it kind of like a pie filling almost, where there's just so much. It's sort of like more like a gravy than it's just coated in gravy rather than a stew or a stew in gravy. I don't know. Might be horrible. Who knows? Specifically, no for this recipe. Normally I would. I'd do the coat the meat in flour, fry it up in the flour, and go from there. But I came across this recipe and it specifically said no flour. So I'm like, okay, where's this gonna go? Because something I haven't tried. Who knew? Who knew I would do a cooking stream with something I hadn't tried? So yeah, I mean, looking at it in the pot, I think it's definitely going to be more watery than I'm used to. But all the flavors are there. All the, you know, the mirepoix is in there. The potatoes will go in a bit. The garlic's in there. All the sauces and woosies and salt and peppers. All the flavors are there. It's just it's going to be more watery. So I figured I'd give it a go. So there you go. There's a really long-winded explanation of nah. But yeah, normally I'd add flour or corn flour. But yeah. We will see. Simmer away. Alright, so we got just long enough to click over to the timer so that we can stop it. Stop it, timer. Now, got plenty of time on that. And sorry, I'll turn it off now. I kind of like it that the timer plays over the stream. What? Oh, you finally broke your toy, did you? Hey? That used to be on a piece of elastic, and it used to have all its fur on it. But Finn has decided that no more. Alright. So here we go. Let's grab a fork. Whoop. Yeah, the carrot's nice. Carrot's looking good. Come here. There we go. Alright. Ooh. So the knife just kind of went through it and I think may cut it with a blunt end. Find it out. So the blunt side of my knife nearly cuts this meat. Okay, so that is still a little bit, just a little bit on the chewy side. So I'm going to put it back on the stove for another 5 minutes. There's more cooking to come. But it says to cook it for 30 to 45 minutes. And it's been on the stove for half an hour already. And it's just at that point where you almost don't have to chew it. You do. But so I'm going to leave it on there for a little bit longer just to get a little bit more cooking into it. What? Finn's bought his toy back. Hey? We're now playing fetch. I'm playing fetch with a cat. Kinda. I'm sure it will taste incredible still. I've never considered using stew as a pie filling, but it sounds delicious. And you're hungry, right? But you think about it, if you did a stew like this and then just kept adding flour or corn flour until it became the fluid became a thick gravy, then you put that into a pie. That could be really nice. Okay, I may have. Wonder what we'll be eating next Thursday. Please chew your food. Well, kinda. Just inhale it, right? Lunch. Well, go have lunch, Tiger. Or are you secret squirrely watching the stream at work? Let's sit down and think of something. Yeah. Well, cup of tea always helps when it's freezing. It does. Oh, you fetched? Time to throw it again? Ready? I wish you guys could see this. He's so cute. Don't chew the cable. Don't chew the internet cable, Finn. I'm telling you. Listening at work. Excellent. 4 degrees. What the hell? Ow. Where's my phone? That can go away. That doesn't have to go away, but I don't want it. Well, currently, it says it's, no, can't say that. Currently, it says it's 12 degrees in where I am in Hope Valley. So, there you go. It's 12 degrees outside. It is much warmer than that in here. It is 4 degrees Celsius in here. Not. I think we need new batteries. What? Now it says 5. Yeah, we need new batteries. Stupid mountain. Yeah, but it's good cuddling weather, Rach. You just get in bed and cuddle up with someone nice and warm. You know, like me last night being covered in cats. I was covered in 3 cats last night. That helped keep things warm. Tiger can confirm you feel the temperature drop as you get closer. Nice. Yeah, I've hiked up mountains and hills and dells and far away, and yes, yeah, as you approach certain areas, it gets colder. The going to work part is balls, yes, absolutely. What are you doing, little Finn? Finished playing with the toy, I think. For now. Oh, bitty 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 bitty. Okay, so we're going to leave that one there. So now we add potatoes. Oh, crap. You were just over there. What are you doing down there now? I just moved my foot, and luckily his paw went in between my big toe, and it just went clunk. I'm like, didn't hurt him this time. Nice. He's a giant flippin' wolf, I tell you. That's going to change soon, because he'll be off, because his little His little testicles have dropped, so now he can be desexed. Right. Sorry, working and typing your brain is smush. That's fine. I understand smush brain. I have indeed suffered from it several times on stream. Alrighty. So now we need to bring this back to the simmer. Don't know if I'm finished with that yet. Lucky, thank you, Lucky Tiger. All the love to the tiger. Nom, 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 nom. All right. So now we need to set the timer again. So we have a little bit of time left. I was thinking of doing an oven steak while this was on, but I decided not to because I think an oven steak is a it is a thing of beauty when you do it, and I think that kind of there's not a lot to see when you do it. That you put it in the oven, you leave it there till it hits a certain temperature, then you slam it through some heat, and you're done. So there's not a lot to see, and yet it is just so delicious that I'm thinking that it should be its own thing. Might do it with some nice vegetables. Just steam some nice vegetables. So I'll wait until I find my steamer. I want to do some fried rice again, but I want to do it in a wok this time. I want to do wok fried rice. So I think along with trying to get some more chopping boards, I think that a new wok might be on the cards. Might. But if I do that, then I'm going to have to make a wok cage for the stove, which I can do. I'll do that in the blacksmith shop. Because that could be an interesting stream. Making a square based round topped wok thing for the stove. Ooh, okay, that could not be good. You wouldn't be able, I just figured out, maybe, we'll have to check it out, but, because I eventually, hello, do you want me to throw it for you again? Okay, ready. Total overshot, slid on the lino, got nothing. Now I can't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, because eventually we want to replace this gas stove with an induction stove. So I'm gonna have to figure out what will be going on if with wok food. We don't do a lot of wok food currently. I would like to do more because I do enjoy wok cooked food. I don't know, Rach. This is the question that I'm just like, this is, you're listening to my brain running at the moment. Like, wait a minute, what about the, so I don't know. I don't know if there's an induction wok. I would imagine there would be. Sort of like you buy Or maybe you can use cast iron on induction. No, I don't think cast iron works for induction. Pretty sure it doesn't actually. But turn that up a little bit. It's not quite simmering where I want it to be with the lid off. I'm keeping an eye on it. Oh, you want to throw it again? Okay, you ready? 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 Charging up, grabs it with his paws, does a forward somersault. It's so very cute. I mean, I've got camp burners and stuff like that I can throw out there and use a wok on, but yeah. You have a standalone induction plate and a cast iron frying pan and also a wok. So I'll try one day and see. Nice. Hot plate tells me very clearly when it's not detecting cookware that can be used. Oh. Yeah, right. Nice. Yeah, that's next big buy for the kitchen is replacing that thing, replacing the dishwasher. Then the next big buy after that is probably going to be induction. But you know, lots of little buys in the meantime. When supply heating, it just beeps like a loser. Meep, meep, meep. Okay. But yeah, with the amount of solar power we've got on the roof, doing this on induction, yeah, that would be nice. Yes. You know, doing this. This is already covered by the solar. Well, mostly. There are 2 people in the house that are home all day using power all day, so we use the power. Alright, that's getting a nice, well, it might be a little high. Give it a bit of a stir. You crap, you're not very good stirring it. Ah. Oh, okay. Whoops. I'm tapping the yeah, you can see that. As I'm tapping it off, it's denting the metal. Or the metal-like substance. So anyway, next we're going to need a cup of frozen peas. I like baby peas, but you need a cup of frozen peas to go in the food. But first, we won't supply polyaluminium, polyaluminum, aluminum, aluminum. Okay. Oh, it's right on the edge of brain freeze. You have a wooden spoon that you're obsessed with. Alright. Send details. What? See what he makes of that. Throw a bit of beef fat at him. It appears he likes it. Well, maybe not. We're still having a go at it. And it doesn't scratch. Rather than a spatula. Spatulat. It's a spatulat. Hello, spatulat. No? You're not liking it? He's trying to figure it out. No, alright. Let's see what you think. Just a flat out off cut of meat. Try that one. See what you think of that one. Find out these things, right? Well, that's why I got this one. Because, you know, it doesn't scratch and stuff. Bit sad the handle dings though. Because that wood part of the handle is really nice in the hand. How you doing there, buddy? This giant chunk of meat hanging out of his mouth. Oh, giant to him. Yeah. A wild cloister. Do I have a cloister? Let's find out. I do. What do you think of that, buddy? It appears he likes the meat more than he does the fat, so there you go. I think he's just trying to figure out how to get it down his gullet. Because I deliberately left it a little too big that he couldn't just woof it. He has to actually think about it and figure out how to make a meal of it. He's still hacking into it, so... Hey, nice catch, Rach. Yay! He's trying hard. Uh-oh. Is there another cat coming? Nah. He's safe. Safe. Alright, so how much longer have we got of that? Oh, we've got like a minute left, and then we're going to need these. What? Ah! Ah! I now have a counter full of peas. And Finn chasing them around. Because some of them hit the floor. Alright. You spilled peas. Can go in the cup. For I shall eat you! Ha 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 ha! Okay, so that is that. And now we go looking for the bay leaves. Here, bay leaves. Oh, bay leaves. They have gone away. Someone may get special bay leaves. Alright, we're going to leave that simmering. I need a short break, so I'll be back. Come on, where are you? Where are you, bay leaves? I did put the bay leaves in, right? Someone check the VOD. There's one. Ah. And two. Oh! Hot things are hot. Okay, so throw the peas in. Okay, so this is reasonably watery. Interesting. Yes, yes I did, right? Alright, so he's gone back to the fat. He's left the meat. He's still trying to figure it all out. He's obviously liking it because he's not leaving it alone. He's still going back to it. As long as it's tasty. Yes, it is the lack of flour that makes it a bit watery than usual. And we did expect that. So if it turns out to be, you know, not as nice as we expect, then we can always just throw some flour in it and thicken it up. That is not an issue. Okay, so I thought the camera had seized for a second. Take that out. More peas. turn that off. Now I don't know, kind of. Some of the chunks in this looks like some of the chunks in this might need a fork. And yet it's so watery that I'm feeling that I need a spoon. Well, I definitely need a spoon because of how watery it is. So I'm going to grab just a little bit of red so that I can have a sip of it or two with the got to take the photo. Now, photo done. Alright, so there is our stewed beef, or beef stew, or however you want to put it. You just need a big hunk of crusty bread with lots of butter to soak up the juices. I may have been thinking that, yes. I don't know if we've even got any bread in the house right now. Looks like we don't. Oh. Sad face. Beep beep. It's for science. It is. Alright. So let's have a go. Alright, so we've got some of the veggies and some of the juice and wow, that's hot. Whew. Hot things are really hot. So I'm just going to put a touch more salt and pepper in this. Just for me. But I think if you like lower levels of salt and pepper, I think that you probably wouldn't have to put any more in. But I am a bit of a salt fiend. The flavors in it are really, really nice. The broth itself is spectacular. But I'm thinking that it's a bit too liquidy to properly stick to the rest of the food. Like, the flavors are amazing in this. They're just all there. And you can especially taste that little bit of Worcestershire sauce right at the end of it, where you just get that light little tang. Oh, and it goes really well with the red wine. Who knew? It's really nice. But I think that if the fluid was just a little bit thicker, that it would coat all the other materials better, and that would lead to a cat being on your feet, and that would and I think that would transfer the flavor of the fluid better with each bite. Because, like, you got a spoonful of, got a spoonful there, but there's not a lot of fluid, and it's pretty much come off of the meat itself. It is still really nice though. Now, that said, you can hopefully you can see all the fatty nommy goodness just wiggling on the top of the bowl there. Sorry, had a chunk of meat caught in my teeth. Yeah, this is nice. I think though, I'll put it up. When I put it up, I'll put it up as is. But I think this would go down to personal taste. If you like the more fluidy sort of stews, this is so for you. Oh, absolutely. If you like, and it's actually a bit lighter thinking about it, because it's not as much thickness in the fluid, that it actually goes onto the palate lighter. So whereas with a thicker juice, it sort of hangs around more on the palate as well. So depending on your personal preference, if you like the whole just light coating, then this is for you, absolutely. If you like a bit of a thicker fluid, then add some flour. Now, what do we got? A crock-a-rock. A crock-a-rock? Oh, wait, poker check. Do I have one of those? Oh, I don't. You're a fan of thick stew, then adding the flour or cornstarch would definitely be for you, right? The taters are incredibly hot. But putting them in at the end means that there's still a fair bit of substance to them. So this could actually stand even, like I could throw some flour in this and cook it up a bit more. And the meat wouldn't suffer. I don't think the potatoes definitely wouldn't suffer. Carrots and peas are done pretty much to perfection. So, hey, we both caught it. Nice, Rach. Well done. So yeah, I think that putting the flour in, either doing the meat in the flour to start the base, or putting the flour in before you put the vegetables in, like put the stock in, then add some flour to thicken it up a little bit, or start thickening it up a little bit, then adding your vegetables. I think that would be fine. But again, this is down to your personal taste preference. So I am missing the crusty bread. I just want a crusty bread. That would be really nice right now. Oh. But you'll notice, I'm not going to stop eating it. Alright, so looks like Finn gave up on the meat, but ate the fat. There you go. You have to leave for work in about 5 minutes? Well, good thing the stream's coming to an end in about 5 minutes then, Rach. I just went yesterday. Because for some people, going to work and earning money means they get a roof over their head. Who knew? This is really nice. I want my crusty bread. I'm sad about my crusty bread now. Well, lack thereof. Alright, so another big chunk of meat, and then I get to lick the bowl. Right, so you can see there's still a fair bit of fluid in there. A couple of veggies hiding in there as well. So now it's just drink the rest. I've never understood this need. So once all the big chunks and everything are gone, to spoon little tiny spoonfuls into, it's like bowl. See, now the bowl's empty, and it was easy, and it wasn't. Drives me insane. I never understood it. Anyway. I am now large again. Wow. Even that smaller, I'm just stuffed. That's awesome. Gotta love it. Alright, so as we come to the end of stream, we can turn the cameras off. There we go. Yay! So I think we're done. So, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, that was a stream. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for hanging out and being in chat. And if you're just watching along and you want to watch some more, smash the follow button. Follows are free. And if we get to 300, we will be doing another special event, as we tend to do for every 100 or so. No, it's every 100 followers, and every Twitchiversary. There are usually some special streams on for that. We may, I don't know, I'm thinking that we may do a UCS Lego Super Star Destroyer build, because it's been a while since we've done a Lego build, and it might be time to do another one. So might do the Star Destroyer, might do Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So yeah, I reckon a UCS Lego build might be in order for 300 followers. So when we get to the 300, we'll do one of those. There you go. Decided. I'll put that up on the stream later. We will be back tomorrow. Kylie Lee, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. We're just closing off. We're just signing off. Rach, I saw a Lego that was a bunch of wildflowers. Do you think you need it? There you go. There you go. That sounds like a plan. We will be back tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Adelaide time for yeah, no worries. Easy done. We'll be back tomorrow for some more Valheim with Wardham. No, I was in the Australian military. I served from 1990 through to 2000. I know my voice may sound a little English, but that's probably because I'm from South Australia. Yes, back with Valheim tomorrow, hopefully with Wardham. Absolutely, beef stew is awesome with anything. But unfortunately, as we just discovered, I don't have crusty bread, and so I couldn't dip my crusty bread and butter into the stew, and it made me sad. So yeah, we had it with a nice red wine, a Battle of Bosworth Cab Sav. We used that in the cooking, and it paired quite nicely with the stew itself. Round and round we go to next Tuesday, where we'll be back with the next installment of Zork's Return to Zork game. And depending on how far we get with that, if we manage to finish it in time, we'll move on to, and whenever we finish it, we'll then move on to Zork Nemesis. And so that'll be, so that's Tuesdays. Wednesdays, Warframe as always. Wednesday night, Warframe. We may even have the new Warframe by then, because I'm thinking I might do some off-stream work on the Warframe and such for that. And yeah. So, and then Thursday, back in the kitchen, where we may be doing a pie with a stew that we've made the stew into gravy, and we'll see. We will see. This beef stew has inspired me to perhaps do a beef pie or two. We'll see. So that's what's coming up. That's what's in the next week. I'm so full. And hopefully we'll see everyone there. If we don't, I hope we see you next time you can come along. Don't forget that the YouTube is up, running, and putting out streams every Monday to Friday, 6 o'clock Adelaide time. If you would like to see that, I've got to fix the socials on this. You can join us on YouTube. That's the YouTube channel. Feel free to hit the link and come say hi. Or if you'd like, you can join us in the Discord. There's an invite to the Discord where you can do all the things. You can give us feedback, you can chat away, you can see what's going on, get messages of what technical difficulties I'm having. At this rate, I need to make that its own channel. Just technical difficulties. So it's all there. Come along, join us, hang out. We're always around. So, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for just being you. And until next time, when I see you again, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Don't forget to check the description for any links I may have left there. If you like the video, please press like or subscribe to my channel. Next video in the series is up here. Until then, stay safe, have fun.